everybody. It's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's Tuesday tip video. Hey, so during the month of April 2022, my masterclass has been about creating some really great gift ideas featuring some of your favorite cards. You know, we make these great cards and we sometimes want to show them off in a little bit bigger way than just mailing a card. So we've been talking about really fun ways we can use those, and today is no exception. We're going to create a fantastic gift box created with the clear acetate card boxes. Love these things. They can hold so much more than just cards. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. Let me show you the boxes we're going to create today. Yep, nestled inside these boxes are some wonderful chocolate treats, and it was a really great way to show off one of my favorite cards, but also turn it into a fabulous DIY gift. All right, you don't need a lot for this project. You're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 5 3/4 by 10 1/2. And you're going to want that cardstock to match somehow with one of your favorite cards. So we're going to do a really fun Hershey Nugget sleeve, and that's going to go inside one of our acetate clear card boxes. These things are awesome, and I do want to be sure to tell you, at the time of the taping of this video, these card bases, or these boxes, I should say, are on our retirement list. So they will be going away after May 2nd. So after May 2nd, they're gone for good. So be sure to go check those out. They may have already sold out. As I said, at the time of this taping, they had them. So you can see these boxes, they go together very, very simply. They're already scored, ready to go. So you're going to go ahead, kind of get all your parts and pieces of the box folded and ready. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about creating the sleeve. First things first, you're going to want to stamp all over your cardstock before you do your scoring. I already did that. I just stamped the word chocolate all over. Then I did my scoring. Let me show you what your scoring measurements are. And guys, you can do the scoring on your paper trimmer or on your Simply Scored board, whichever works for you. We're going to score this at 2.5 inches and 3 1/8 inch. Then you're going to rotate it all the way around, 2.5 and 3 1/8. That is it. You can come in with your bone folder and you can give those score lines a really good hard crease. I do recommend definitely using a bone folder on this. Anytime you're working with boxes, you really want nice sharp edges on you. I'm kind of the queen of checking to make sure everything's going to fit before I go too crazy. So let me slide this into my box and make sure my measurements are correct, and they are. So that means I can go ahead and put my Hershey Nuggets inside. 18 Hershey Nuggets are going to fit inside our little sleeve. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start, and I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to put a strip right down the middle. Then I will add a strip here and a strip here. Now, my key to adding these is to start on one end, put it right up against that inside score line and the bottom here of our sleeve. I'm going to put the next one here. By the way, you notice I'm not pushing anything down because I want to make sure, see, I've got a little more room over here. So I need to scoot these over because I've got one shot at getting these all centered, and I want to make sure I'm doing that right. And that's, again, the benefit of not pushing anything down until you are good and ready. So that's going to be my base. Now we can just work our way up. Oh, and I should mention too, guys, you can also wrap these Hershey Nuggets. One thing I like to wrap them in are standard address sticky labels. You can stamp all over a sheet of sticky labels, and then you can wrap your Hershey Nuggets. You could wrap them in designer series paper. Usually a 1x3 piece is all you're going to need. So I'm going to go ahead and finish adding all of these. And again, guys, not pressing anything down, just in case I need to adjust anything. All of my Hershey Nuggets are in. I'm good at the top and the bottom. And now that I'm sure everything's good, let's give those a really good press. And yep, they're going to stay on there just fine. All right, we're going to go ahead and slide this into our card box. Now, I want you to take the side that has the flaps on it. That's going to be the front, which I know it sounds funny, but we're going to put the seam side up because this is where our card's going to go. So we're going to hide that seam with that. Now, you want to have both ends open when you do this. There's a reason for that. It's just going to go together easier. So there's our seam. There's our flaps. We'll slide that in with all of our fabulous chocolates. And you notice we didn't seal it because, we want them to be able to get into it. We're going to slide that in. Now we can come in and close up our box. So the reason I didn't want you to do that before is when you're putting this in here, you don't want to hit that cardstock. So it just goes together a little bit better if it's all open. And of course, now we can get the other side closed. Okay, so to adhere that down, you're just going to put your Stampin' Seal around. There's our seam. We want to make sure we have that right. Any card will do. And so for this one, I just, of course, wanted to make it match. So now I'm ready to give a card and a gift of chocolate. If you've missed any of the measurements for my cards today, not a problem. There's a free download waiting for you at simplysimplestamping.com, or just look down in the YouTube description. I've got a direct link to today's blog post where you'll be able to find that and download it. You can print it out. You'll have the measurements, the supply list, everything that you need is going to be right there in one wonderful little document. You can print it or just save it to your computer. You're also going to have a place where you can order any of the supplies that I used. Be sure to get those clear acetate card boxes before they're gone, because when they're gone, they are gone. They are going to be a wonderful addition to your craft stash too. So, all right, now let me show you how to put together another project featuring the clear card boxes. I've got another project to share with you, another way that you can create this gift. This one's going to wow you. So here's my card, and it says, "You are perfectly unique." And I've got a little decor there on the inside. I used my Magenta Madness designer series paper. That's from the In Color collection. By the way, that color is going to be going away too. So I've got a piece of matching Magenta Madness cardstock here. Once again, we're going to score 2.5, 3 1/8. We're going to rotate it around. Again, 2.5, 3 1/8. Give those score lines a good crease. So for this one, I'm going to bring in some Daffodil Delight designer series paper. Let me show you how we're going to cut this. First things first, we want to cut it down to 5.5 inches. So I got a little strip there. I'm going to set that off to the side. Remember, our two panels are 5.5. So we're going to cut them down, the designer series paper down to 2 1/4. We're going to get 2 of those at 2 1/4. And for this strip here, we want 2 pieces that are 1/2 inch. So let's cut ourselves 2 1/2-inch pieces. There's 1 and there's 2. So I've got a couple of scraps here. And this time we're going to add designer series paper instead of stamping. So it's nice to have options. We're going to add 1 panel here, and then one of the 1/2-inch pieces here. We'll repeat that on the other side. So now we have a little more decor there on our box. That looks really nice. Now, let's talk about what goes inside. This is where we're going to have some fun. Guys, we have a lot of options. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, some of my favorites. Look at that, fits in there perfectly. You do the same thing. You're just going to add adhesive so that you could stick those down. But you know what? It's going inside the box. If you didn't want to stick it down, you wouldn't have to. And that way the recipient wouldn't hurt anything here. It's something they would be able to reuse. 2 Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I found the 2 left and the 2 right of Twix. Those fit in there nicely. Oh, another one of my favorites are the Butterfingers. And I think that one's my favorite one because I love that little bit of yellow sticking out. It went really well with my designer series paper. What? If maybe you're looking for something totally different, why not some cocoa packets? There's just all kinds of different things that are going to fit inside your little sleeve here. So again, we're going to add our candy. Now here, because I want that designer series paper to show, we're going to flip this over and we're going to have that side be hidden so that our designer series paper shows. We're going to fold it up, close it up. I've already added my card. Okay, do you love that? Do you love a fun way to give just a simple gift? Maybe it's for a coworker, a teacher gift, something like that that you just want to maybe say thank you, or you just want to give a little something. So there you go. This is how we're going to take our favorite card. We're going to add it to the front here of one of our clear acetate card boxes, and always have a gift ready when we need it. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you enjoyed the video, I would love a thumbs up on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button so YouTube can let you know whenever I'm back with a new video. Thank you again for being here. Go make something amazing and brighten someone's day. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.